But I was doing a read here earlier. So we started up here. I just threw them down standard 9 with the bottom. And this one, 7 of arrows, 7 of swords. Trying to dodge the mental loops of why the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. How those happen. Okay, so we're trapped in trying to get through the emotional ensnarement of mental loops. The emotions they're the flows in the river before you get to the feelings. You got to bring the language. You got to not only dive to them, but bring the language back. And actually, you just got to worry about diving to them because the language starts to rise in the world and the symbology speaks. And that's part of the unknown that we don't realize in real time. We see it when we're kids, but we don't really contemplate it now because we have to value the mind, because the burdens of the experiences have been a lot. So the mirror on the water, 18, this is the moon card. Look at that. A bull here, solid ground in the marsh. So it's kind of the Scorpio Taurus axis energy. It kind of looks like it's fall time. It's a big moon. The emotions on the surface of the water, you can see there's a little flow there. The spirit of your purity. It's following the light of yourself. Diving into the light of yourself. What feeds and nourishes your spirit? You know it when it knocks you out of this, because this is the process of relation. You are in relation to people and dynamics when you get pulled into this. You have yet to figure the language of yourself out because you're still dealing with the echoes. And that will naturally make us more inclined to this solitude of emotional stagnancy within. And so you naturally pivot into this to realize the green woman here. This is the Empress card, 3, creativity. You realize you hold the light of the water within yourself, and you become fertile, you become creative. The yang energy begins to rise from the yin of yourself, from the feminine, and then transformation, release occurs. And you can see those birds made it all the way over there, and they transformed into herons or something, from crows or ravens. The journey 13. Pythagorean number, the sacred number, foundation of creation and unity of becoming, where the old mind, the static mind, can be released and seen how our shadows were stirring us. When you notice the shadows, when you can get into, your feelings, knowing that you're not going to solve everything today. It's a process. You just got to bring yourself into the awareness of your value in transformation, in life itself. I mean, we need to feel in life. Otherwise, what's the point? And we're realizing that in these times, but a lot of us, for very personal reasons, betrayals, and where we've betrayed ourselves, we allowed it, and it was an allowing so that the passion could burn, so you could know the purity of your value through the pain of the denial. It's a hard way to transform, but it is the deepest. And so brings you to the Knight of Arrows, the hawk. And sitting up on the perch, you can see the valley. You can see the peaks and the valleys. You understand where the burning tree is and where the burning tree could be, and that it's not always a burning tree. Sometimes it's the passion, the purity being realized in life, the process of your progression. And so you take that knowledge, that mind, that spirit forward, and you bring it into life. And when you do that, you feel the lack. You don't feel the support. You feel all the emotions that have never had a face in the world rising up. And it's not easy. It's very strange. And in these times when we're so strained with everything else, it's a taxing world for human consciousness right now. You have to get into the solitude of the self to realize how strong you are, how powerful you are, how good you are, how smart you are, how amazing you are, and how, even though you made mistakes, it was part of the process. Ignorance is gold when it's transformed. And that's honored when you apply your knowledge. Yeah, you're growing. You're becoming. You're releasing what you thought you were to be who you could be, and that's the fire that sometimes the hawk sees. It's not always the burning heart. Sometimes it's the celebration of your success, your survival, and your impending survival. And it's a slow process, a Saturnian process. It's a jackass. It's hard to control. You can't control it. The more you do, the more tired you become. It's a natured spirit. It has to be nurtured with time, and that's what happens. Then you realize you've been walking, there's this star above you, and you've seen it, and you never realized it was calling you the whole time, and that's what was shining here within you. All right, so that was just a reading. We have the Cancer, or actually no, the blue moon, the Capricorn full moon tonight, so have a good one.